Gravy, gang! What is happening, peeps? It is Past Gravy, episode 535. It's Alex, Pat, and Bobby Jokes, although today we're calling him Jersey Jokes because he's wearing an Astros jersey. What's up, dude?
What's up?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
You feeling good about this game?
I am.
Game 4
Yep.
of the ALDS.
So
I'm a big Astros fan. Big Astros fan right now.
I don't know.
I mean, not usually. No, I am. Like, fuck Dallas, fuck Philly. So it's anybody but those two teams, and they're gonna have to. Like, I don't want Dallas going to the World Series.
That'd be the
don't
worst.
want them going to the World Series. So like, go Astros. Like, fuck them up, boys.
Yeah,
Dallas is so fucking cunty. They're so cunty. Oh, look, we had classy celebrations. Oh, really? You're just gonna drink each other in champagne? Fuck you. Fuck the Rangers. Don't call them the Texas Rangers. They don't deserve the whole state. They're the fucking Dallas Rangers.
Yeah, it's like how it was the Florida Marlins. And they're like, yeah, okay, we're Miami. You don't get to claim the state when you're not good. And they've been not good for a very long time. I mean, they blew the division. Texas doesn't love people that blow things. Wait.
Well,
no,
the Rangers
stand by that.
Rangers
they blow.
Oh, we got really good. We started listening to Creed. Oh, you blew the division? Is that what you mean? Because you blew the division. You were leading the division the whole year and you blew it? Oh, okay. I guess Creed really helped out. They were like flexing, like, oh, look, they were all singing. The whole stadium was singing Creed last night, and they showed the highlight of it. And it was like, nobody was fucking screaming it, man. It was higher from Creed. How do you not know the fucking words? Everybody knows the words.
Let's go there. Oh, God, just thinking about that song gets me like, I'm not hard, but I'm thick.
You're getting there.
That's what I want to call it now. Like, instead of calling it a chub, can you just be like, dude, I'm thick?
Bricking up. So the kids say.
No, I want to stay ahead of the lingo, though. I always get the lingo like 6 months behind. I want to create my own lingo. Dude, like, I'm pretty thick right now.
I feel like thick is already used in a variety of other ways.
But like it makes it sound so much grosser. So like I like it. I'm not hard.
All right. I'm hardening.
Also, I feel like I shouldn't be happy that the Braves came back and won because they're an absolute juggernaut and I really don't want to play them. But it's so much fun watching Philly lose things. Like, fuck Philly. Fuck them so bad.
Fuck Philly.
I was thinking about how 3 of the 4 teams would be a rematch if the Astros make it to the World Series.
Well, when you go enough times, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh,
that's pretty sick.
Pretty cool.
Because I saw somebody had tweeted it out. Who is your favorite random Astros player to have played on the team?
Oh yeah,
over the last 6 years that they've made it to the league championship series.
It would probably be Marwin, but like he doesn't feel random because he was so important in the postseason.
Yeah, you just forget about him now. I guess feels random now.
It's just such a fun name to say, Marwin Gonzalez. You're like, oh yeah, that is a random baseball name, isn't it?
I like Rogelio Armento, something like that. That's a random guy. I like his name. Guy.
I always just like had a soft spot for Marwin Gonzalez because he was like with them when they were garbage. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he left and then came back, but I remember like Robbie Grossman. Remember that guy?
Wasn't struck him out in high school,
good, but like, yeah,
I struck out Robbie Grossman in high school.
Not great, but that was when they were tanking. So like, I remember that guy. I just feel like they should have like brought him back. Like, have one at bat. Just go on out there, bud.
Like Jason Castro,
that guy. Jason Castro, that's a random Astro, right?
Who was the catcher? His last name started with like a T. Like every time he would go to no, it was a T, not a C, buddy. But every time he'd be in the minor leagues, like in AAA, he'd hit 330, and then we'd call him up, and he would hit like 214, just over and over and over. It's gonna drive me nuts. I won't be able to think of it, but.
No, that's talking baseball started. Sorry if you're not a baseball fan, but hey, we got some baseball fever on the show. And the boys team, one of Pat's teams, Pat has 2 teams, but Robert's main team in it, and then my adopted team for the postseason right now in it.
There you go.
So go Stros. Pastros shirts, are they available on the store? We need to get those back up.
No, not right now, but they can be.
We need to get those back. We need to get those bad boys back up. And then when they win another one, We won't give away free furniture, but we will sell shirts that you can pay for. We'll make new ones. Deal. I did hear somebody, was it Josh Dobbs of the Cardinals? They called him the Pastronaut, and I was like, whoa. That's a thing we do. And we were the only people that are allowed to do that. So please cease and desist, Josh Dobbs. Sorry, we just went sports heavy.
He is a rocket scientist, though. Like that's what he went to school for.
But we said it first, so dibs.
We got dibs.
Sorry, Dobbs. We got dibs. I did not even intend to do that, but that played well. But again, apologies if you didn't care about sports and we talked sports right off the bat. Today I was walking the dog before we were getting ready to record, and I just realized that like I really liked puddles a lot more as a kid than I do now. Like the optimism as a kid about puddles, you're just like, okay, dude, like this is cool. I could play in this. This is gonna be a fun day. And now when I see puddles, I'm just like, fuck, I hope nobody drives through that and splashes me, and then I have to go change clothes, and my dog gets wet, and it's street water, and it could just ruin your day now. Like you just lose that optimism you have as a kid.
Well, two things. One, Puddles is also a great name for a dog.
Puddles is a great name for a dog.
Just want to say that. And two, I think a big part of it is it's laundry. As a child, you didn't do your own laundry. Now you're like, every adult knows how bad laundry sucks because it just never ends. You never stop doing it. So like now,
mine just doesn't happen.
Now you're like, oh, I got to put on more socks when I get home because I have to take these off because they're soaking wet. And wet feet just suck as an adult. You're more aware of everything that can take you down as an adult. Like as a kid, you get wet feet. You don't care. You don't even care if you get sick. You just kind of feel bad. Then 2 days later, you go out and play with your friends. Now, as an adult, you're like, God, dude, this is going to get me sick. I'm going to feel like crap for weeks. Even after I'm better, it's going to throw off my sleep schedule so that I'm not going to sleep good. It's just every part of it. But yeah, dude, that's an astute observation. Puddles as an adult do suck ass. I think about all the time when I'm
as a kid, I would have been. Yeah, well, to me, like we always like where I walk my dog, I have to walk down the sidewalk to get to the grass, and like there's like when it rains, it just piles up on the edge of the curb right there, like it does a lot of places, but specifically right where I have to walk by, and it's always like, man, don't get in the right lane. Why are you getting in the right lane? Car, don't be in the right lane, because then I have to like either like move, and sometimes if you're like on your phone or whatever, somebody will just splash by. Like, fuck,
that's all I think about. Like if there's anybody walking on the side of the road, I'm just like, oh my God, I have to slow down to 20 miles an hour. And then people behind me are going to hate me. But I can't splash somebody with street water. It's
a lot of people think that. A lot of people don't think that way, Pat. You're one of the good ones.
I know, like when we were, it's teenagers. When we were teenagers, I remember being in friends' cars and they're like, let's try and splash them. And for whatever reason, that's funny when you're a teenager. But like as an adult, you're just like, dude, that's just such a horrible thing to do. It's crazy that I was a worse person as a teenager than I am now. Like I am exponentially nicer and a better person now than I was as a teenager. I don't
think that's crazy at all.
But it's like I always feel like I think
you're more fucked up as a kid.
But like I always feel like I have no empathy for anyone, and then I think about the things I did as a teenager, and I was like, oh yeah, you used to be a real piece of shit.
I used to be a piece of shit. I'm not now. But I
still am. I'm a piece of shit with empathy now, though. That's the only difference. Sometimes it's weird. Like I won't splash anybody with my car, but like I don't know, if someone I don't like breaks their arm next to me, I won't even fucking call anyone for them. Like my empathy goes in weird places. I'll just be like, oh, that sucks. Hope that's not the arm you use to unlock your phone. I would be like, dude, somebody else can call you. I don't fucking like you.
I think you do just grow from the shit that you've done. Like, I felt really bad. That's stupid. I should have done that.
JR Tolles. That was the catcher.
JR Tolles. That's a good one.
I asked my brother and he immediately nailed it.
Nice.
That's a random.
Nice. But Puddles is definitely something that I just jotted that down because, yeah, as you get older, you just get more pessimistic and Puddles can go fuck off. Also, I wrote down Guycology because I decided that, like, if girls can have, like, girl math, or whatever. They do girl dinners. We can just do Guycology, and that's just anything that explains like why is it? It's just the Guycology of what he's doing right now. Like, why does my boyfriend have to stop at the Chili's and just stare at the TV? Well, because it's the Guycology of it. He's got to go watch the game, dude. Like, he doesn't even care about any of these teams. I know, but he saw a game on TV. He's just gonna go to like that's Guycology. Game on TV, me go watch. That's just how it
Why
works.
do you guys? What do you guys
Like,
spend
they
so
should
long
teach
in the
classes.
bathroom? Guycology.
I mean, yeah, there's memes on the phone. Like, you have to understand the Guycology of the man. He likes memes. He likes videos. His phone has all of those things. When he's pooping, he's kind of just stuck there. He gets stuck looking at things, and then sometimes he's finished pooping, and he just keeps looking at things. That's just how it goes. Guycology.
And let's also not forget the main reason for it, because no guy has ever asked, why is that other guy taking so long in the bathroom? It's a woman asking it. You know what there aren't in the bathroom? Questions.
Women.
Well, I like women.
Well, in most bathrooms, there's not
but
women in the men's bathroom. Not that I guess now you can do whatever you want.
Outside
Typically,
of the bathroom,
traditionally, there hasn't been.
I got to answer questions all day. You're asking me things. You're telling me things you expect me to remember. Inside the bathroom, no questions.
My time.
Brain completely shut off unless I'm placing sports bets, which, let's be honest, half the time the brain is shut off anyway.
Also, Guycology. Just why does my boyfriend always make parlays? Why is he on the phone with his friends all Saturday and Sunday mornings trying to cook up a 37-part parlay that never hits? But he's always telling me we're going to be rich. It's Guycology. It's called hope.
Guycology. Why do you get mad at a bet that you didn't even place that hit? Well, because I should have placed that bet and I would have more money.
I should have played. That's lost
Guycology.
Money. It's money that could be mine.
I like this because now we don't have to counter with guy math or guy dinner. It's just everything falls.
It sounds classy.
It's just one.
It's Guycology.
And think about it. Women, they got to have a little turn because they got to think about mind never stops. They got to have girl math and girl dinner and all these sectionized things. Guys, lump it all into one. Guycology. That works.
Why'd you do that, Guycology? I don't know. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't really have anything to say back from it.
I'm very happy with you right now. This is one of the best ideas you've had in a long time, and I really want Guycology to become a thing. And it
should be a class that's taught.
It'll just drive women nuts too that we use it as a blanket term for literally every goddamn thing we do.
And they just have like 7 terms that are the same term, but they just like Mercury's in retrograde. You know how that is. I'm like, no, I don't know what that means. It's Libra season. Okay.
Dude, why is there blood on your side of the bed? Oh, well, I chewed my fingernail too close yesterday, but we were already in bed, so I didn't say anything. I just kind of hoped it wouldn't bleed. Why didn't you go get a Band-Aid? Guycology. I was already in bed.
And it kind of sounds like gynecology. So
right.
It sounds like sort of like it could be dirty, but it's not.
Just one more thing we can take from them.
Not take, but like it would make people think they took it. Like Triumph motorcycles. I saw somebody get yelled at one time because somebody thought it was the Trump shirt. And it was like, it just said Triumph on it. But they're like, oh, how dare you suppose? Like, it's a fucking motorcycle brand. Like Guycology, people will think like we're making fun of gynecology or something like that, or pretending to be a gynecologist. They won't really, most people won't think that, but it's just it sounds funny. It kind of sounds like you just quickly said gynecology. Also,
I could see someone wearing like a MAGA hat and someone getting mad at them. Like, oh no, I don't even support Trump. Why are you wearing that hat? I just like it. It looks cool. Guycology. Wearing something that you associate with.
I wanted to start shit and troll people.
Not at all, but you just like the way it looks, so you wear it. Guycology.
That's what Kanye said he did it for, right? I don't know if we want to throw the Trump hat one under Guycology though.
I'm just saying I could see that being a thing where like a guy wears it, it doesn't even make the association that it's a Trump thing. He's just like, oh, sweet hat. Because dudes love wearing hats, Guycology.
Yeah, wearing hat. Absolutely.
Or more so owning 20 hats or more. Guycology. Like, dude.
Having a bunch of hats that you don't wear but won't throw away.
Like that's a sick ass hat, Bobby. I don't even play PlayStation, but if I saw a dude out in public just wearing a hat with a PlayStation logo on it, I'd be like, dude, sick hat.
Pretty cool hat.
That's actually the only compliments I give to other men. I see other random men wearing shirts or something that I think is cool. I'm like, dude, fucking awesome shirt. And every
Like when
and
you see
every
somebody with a
dude,
band shirt, you like love them. Love them.
dude,
You're like, fuck
and
yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
every dude has an exact same reaction. Fuck yeah, man.
Right? Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Let's go.
Or right. That's my favorite. Right.
I had to run to the store to grab something yesterday, and I had a Rockets shirt on. It was their preseason opener, so it was like preseason tonight, huh? And I was like, yeah, I think it's the first game. It was like a Rockets, dapped it up with just a stranger in a grocery store. It's like, all right, let's fucking go, dude.
Like if you guys happen to see each other at the same bar later on to watch the game, guess what? You just made a new friend. That's how guys make friends.
That's
In
who
the
I'm
most
hanging
random
with.
fucking ways.
Guycology.
How'd you guys become
He
friends?
does things I like to do. Let's do that thing. And then like I don't really have any other interest, but he likes team that I like. Let's do that. Okay.
Guycology.
Like I love watch groups, like the West Ham watch group, where it's like I hang out with some of the dudes. There's a group, a part of some of the dudes that I do hang out with, but a lot of the guys, like everybody's got lives, they do their own thing. But like the one thing we like is watching West Ham. We go to the bar on Saturdays or Sundays or whenever they play to watch West Ham. And it's like, well, I'll see you next time that we're at this bar. Until then. And it's like not a lot of them, like most of them, I don't hang out with outside of that. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but like they just do other shit.
I'm just gonna start tweeting Guycology
right
things
there.
all the time. Like I just owning 25 hats and
quote
wearing
tweet
3.
everything.
Guycology.
And it justifies anything.
The other day, Sam asked me if Alex and Pat, if they talk to each other outside of the podcast. I'm like, yeah, they talk about sports and betting. And she thought betting like sheets and stuff. So like the next few minutes, we're doing a bit on like you guys talking about like, oh, do you think this thread counts enough? Like,
dude, what is this? Egyptian cotton?
You know, I like silk. I need soft on my skin.
Oh, there's another good one. Buying like one thing. I get buying sheets and then telling every guy friend that you have how good they are and that they should get them. Guycology. I did it like 3 years ago. I got these sheets from a certain company. I got like 2 pairs and they were amazing. Told all of my friends in my friend group, and like I don't know, probably 60% of them went and bought them. This guy called. Oh, you give recommendation, me buy. Guycology.
And it's just because you bought sheets for the first time in like 10 years. You're like, dude, these sheets are awesome. Like, no, new sheets are just cool. Yeah, but I bought better than the sheets. These are cool.
Because at the time, I was probably using the same sheets I was using in college. So I just upgraded to not completely shitty. Oh, dude, they have above a sandpaper grade?
These shoes are sick. Those are the same shoes you had. You just got new ones. Yeah, but they're sick. Yeah, they're newer. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, duh.
My buddy told me about a new video game. It's $20. Party Animals. You just play little mini games. Played it for like 3 hours last night. Fucking awesome. Guycology.
Pat and I do talk outside the podcast, though.
We do. I accidentally texted him this morning instead of somebody else. That was funny.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what it was about, but it was fun.
We won't say what it was about.
Totally wasn't about boobs. It wasn't about boobs.
It was not. It wasn't about boobs.
Totally was.
It wasn't about boobs. Definitely not. It was very business related things. We were talking about business.
Boobs are my business.
Last note I brought the Precome second is I think we might need to rename firefighters, because firefighters not knocking the profession at all. It's an awesome profession. We need those people. They're great. They're great people. We'll have some firefighters. Shout out to Jason and the TC Jesters on Station 11 here in H-Town. Got one of their badges behind me, but I think we should just call them fire senseis, because they don't necessarily physically fight the fire. They more so guide water to fight the fire. So really, firefighters are guiding water to the fight. They're being senseis to the water. They're water senseis.
Well, see, like 40 years ago, we would have just called them firemen. Now we've already made the language more inclusive to be firefighters. I think if you did senseis, people would come after you for cultural appropriation. We're trying to be inclusive here.
You could be a sensei in anything. You could be a sensei in anything.
What would I be a sensei of?
Something you have to mentor someone.
An alcoholism sensei.
It is literally translated. Oh no, it means martial arts. So never mind.
Oh yeah.
Never mind. A teacher or instructor. A teacher or instructor, usually of martial arts, not always. Teacher or instructor. So you're instructing the water to do that. I would just like if I was I'd be a substitute sensei. If I was a substitute teacher, that would be absolutely what I said my job title was.
You just buy a kimono and that's what you wear every day?
Sensei Middleton. Yes, you've come into Sensei Middleton's class. Please sit. And I have pillows for everybody to sit on.
Dude, you're a sub. You got to go by your first name, Sensei Alex.
No, Sensei Middleton.
See,
Sensei Alex sounds cooler.
If I was a substitute, like you can't be a formal substitute. That's weird. You gotta be the casual one that's like, all right, like you're gonna work on this sheet that your teacher left you, and then we're gonna watch a movie.
Pat, have I ever told you the story about when I was a substitute teacher?
Hey, fuck you. How about that?
One time, a substitute taught a
you're not gonna get
music
me twice.
class. Did I ever tell you about that one? I didn't tell you about that one.
Okay. You know, if you're mean to me, I'm just gonna start eating the meatballs in the middle of this podcast. I got a fucking delicious batch of meatballs right here that I forgot to eat before we started. I'll just chew right in the goddamn speaker.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Would you bring it for the Precome segment? Since mine are so bad, even though you loved Guycology.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use Guycology now. Like all I've been doing since we talked about it is thinking of more. Like I already sent one tweet on the Guycology. I'm just thinking of more of them now. Like it's kind of
just explains just literally any. It's like dudes rock or like hell yeah. It's that meme that's like guys will look at this picture and say hell yeah. And it's just like any animal with sunglasses on. And you're like, well yeah, it's fucking sweet.
I just got another one. Having your entire emotional well-being hinge on your sports team. Guycology.
Guycology.
That's it. That's all I can think about right now.
Any video of any animal skateboarding. Guycology. Right? Dudes will see this and be like, hell yeah. You're like, fuck yeah, dude. It's a dog on a fucking skateboard. It's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
I just
had a mental like compilation of every bulldog skateboarding video I've ever had run through my head.
Right.
I love that.
Bulldogs are probably the best skateboarding dog, I would say.
Yeah. Also, I did start some. I can't really say I started it. I did it last night. Fuck, and I just realized I guess it's just called a nightcap. I was gonna say I wanted to start a thing where like before I go to bed each night, I just take like a sip of gin.
Have a drink. Yeah, that's called a nightcap, buddy. That's been
gin.
It's got a thing forever.
The juniper and all the so I guess it's not really a thing. I was gonna be like, I want to start this where you just have like a shot of gin, but it was gonna be specifically gin because like vodka's got no flavor, whiskey is whiskey, everything else but gin, people don't. I think people don't drink enough gin. Is really what I'm getting at. Gin is an amazing spirit that has had a resurgence in recent years, but I don't think gets enough. It doesn't get enough shine. So everyone, before you go to bed, every single night, don't let doctors tell you that's alcoholism. Have a shot of gin. I'm sure it'll spruce up your dreams.
No one's ever wound down the night with an alcoholic beverage before. It's a great idea, Pat.
See, I think the reason my brain got to this point is because usually when I drink at night, I just stay up too late because alcohol energizes me. So I was like, what a weird concept to have alcohol to settle you down for the night. I also brought my bottle of whiskey to bed with me. Not like too bad. It was on the nightstand. I didn't drink any of it though because I was really tired and I went to sleep quickly. But yeah,
Guycology. We would keep like water bottles next to our bed. Pat just keeps like a bottle of whiskey and just sips that when he wakes up in the middle of the night.
Well, I was out of water bottles, so I had a glass of water that I put there. It's still sitting there. I didn't even touch it. How long can water sit on your tray table or your like nightstand before it just becomes undrinkable, like stagnant water?
Until it gets stuff in it.
What, like cum?
No, like if you have like dust in it.
Oh God. Oh, Robert's face.
I mean, if it got that, yeah, I wouldn't drink it then. I would say it's gone bad at that point. Also,
oh God, I hope you're watching the YouTube version, guys, because I said that specifically to get the reaction that Robert gave.
Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that.
Normally he'll just like ignore me and look away when I say it. He actually had to say no on that one.
No,
His brain was like, shut this idiot
just like,
down
come
now.
on, man. And as long as you have room for more water bottles, or water glasses, bottle, whatever it is, there's not an official number. I also think it's an insane move to just have a glass there. Like, I had to do it the other night and it was terrifying. I'm always scared I'm just gonna like accidentally miss and swipe at it and just pour it all over my phone and my clock and everything. I'm like, this is risky. This is very risky.
I felt that too, but like, I don't know, the way I've got
You
the
don't,
room situated
because you
now,
usually
like
reach out like you
my
would
arm
normally
doesn't
reach. You don't
sweep
just
over
go.
there.
You don't just flail your arm wildly, typically. But I always assume that like sleepy me will absolutely be doing that.
Yeah,
But
I've been pretty good about it. I don't really swipe my arm around there.
Yeah,
I wasn't that scared, but like I did definitely think of that. I was like, you're gonna knock this water. But also, dude, it's water. Like, well, water's gonna get on my carpet. Ugh.
yeah, you don't have to clean that up. You just let it go. Just let it sit.
Oh yeah, dude, especially because where it's sitting, it would have fallen behind the tray table, and that area doesn't even exist.
Yeah,
Like, if
it's
it's
not real.
behind a table, that's not real.
It's just gone. If it falls back there, sorry.
Guycology.
See you when I move.
Robert, what do you got?
We already got to what I want to talk a little baseball. Talked about you guys and your
oh, that's right.
Your bedding, pillows,
Betting,
whatnot.
yeah. I mean, like, Pat, can you believe the comfort that Pat uses in the summer? That's way too heavy. With that bed skirt, what the fuck are you thinking, dude?
What kind of knee
After
pillow should
Labor
I get?
Day?
It's comfy.
We do talk knee pillows, so technically that is betting.
Yeah.
This is a big knee pillow podcast. I think all three of us have knee
All three
pillows.
of us, yeah.
For when we sleep.
I slept so good with
We
my
got
knee
better
pillow last
aligned
night.
spines than you.
We're so cool.
Slept so good.
Cool. So yeah, some knee pillow sponsor should really come in. They're really missing a huge market that they could tap into.
Just any betting sponsor in general. I need new betting now, probably. Only one of my
The
sheets
official
made it through
betting
the move.
sponsor.
I've got 2 comforters and 1 bed sheet. I don't know what happened to the other one. I need more. Somebody sponsor us.
That'd be sick. All right, let's move on to the Comeback Kid segment. Brought to you this week by Southern Star Brewing Company. Saturday, December 16th, we're going to have our 10th annual Christmas Spooktacular up at Southern Star Brewing Company, 6525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. So go up in there, tell them that you wanted to come hang out because you heard about it on Pass the Gravy. They're going to be your best friends. We got a flag hanging up in the tap room. Go up there, get you some of the best beer in the world. I promise you will not be disappointed if you've never been. It's a fun spot to go and check out. If you've already been, you know how dope it is. Go up there. Like, it's the best. Try all the tap room exclusive stuff. They'll test out a bunch of stuff in the tap room before they release it to the public officially. When you're up there, you get to try it out. You go, hey, give me a little sample of that. And they won't. They're like, there's a lot of breweries you go there and like, oh, well, I have to pick this one beer. You can go ask them for it. Like, hey, what's this like? And they'll give you a little sample of it. They'll give you a tiny little sample so you don't waste one of your beer tokens on a beer that you're not going to end up liking. And honestly, you're probably going to like anything that Southern Star makes because it's all awesome. Beer for people that like beer for people that don't like beer. Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world. Best beer people on the whole planet. They got the Oktoberfest out right now. Go check that out. They got their
Oktoberfest is this Saturday. Their actual Oktoberfest. This Saturday.
North Fraser Street. Up in Conroe. Go up there. Hang out with them. Try and see if you can win the Stein holding contest. I'm always in awe of the people that can do that because you just got to have the strongest shoulders ever to be able to hold those Steins as hard as those dudes do. But yeah, Southern Star Brewing Company, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy and the Comeback Kid segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right. Our first comeback kid this week. We didn't have a ton, but football is a comeback kid. It's just the 87th time I feel like this year that we've used football as a comeback kid, but it's back because They're adding flag football to the Olympics in 2028, and we're gonna absolutely fucking dominate the rest of the world. So suck our dicks, rest of the world. USA back on top. How sick is that gonna be?
The only thing that worries me about it is I feel like flopping is going to be beneficial in this, because like any contact you flop, oh, penalty. That's where the rest of the world might be able to even the odds. But yeah, nobody has the change of direction explosive athletes that we have.
Yeah, cool. You can't flop when Tyreek Hill just burns you. Flop all you want. He's gone. He's gone. He's too fast.
Plus, I mean,
Jamar
like
Chase, Tyreek Hill on the outside, Patrick Mahomes throwing it to him.
remember when we were like
Fucking
little kids? Flag football was
never gonna
only for
lose.
little kids. Now it's like all the way through. Like as these kids get better in the summer, they're just playing flag football, 7-on-7.
They 7-on-7, which is just it's just flag football. I always liked
Why-
that. It was like
how-
7-on-7. It's like, well, it's flag football.
How like see this is how you know the Olympics are dirty and corrupt. Because why the fuck would this get added? Somebody in America was like, we need more gold medals. Fucking put flag football in there. Nobody else can fuck with our shit.
We're not gonna complain. We're gonna dominate. We're gonna
No, I'm not
absolutely dominate.
complaining. I
Like,
love
what,
it.
Canada? The CFL? CFL is gonna try and run a team out there. Cool. Good luck.
That'll be pretty cool though. Canada will probably get the silver. Because who the fuck else? Nobody else
Yeah.
plays it. There's like 5
Nobody.
countries in the world that play football, and 3 of them are all simply because America made them start playing football. Because our troops needed something to watch when they're stationed over there.
Yeah, dude, like England is just like incredibly mediocre or
England,
bad. But like,
Germany.
we play the old football, the American football.
Like I know Germany plays because the Packers had a guy on their team like 2 years ago that was 6'4" and ran like a 4.3. He was this giant white receiver. But like, turns out if you don't grow up playing football and don't know what it's like to get hit, you're not actually good at football. You're just playing against Germans that don't know how to play.
That might, level of competition probably factors into that a little bit.
So sick. Another gold for America. Let's do it.
Fuck yeah. So football's very much back because just like, thank God we're gonna that's one team I root for that can dominate. I root for America, and America's gonna fuck up the rest of the world. It's always good in the Olympics because you're just like, yeah, we're the best, suck our dicks. So we're gonna get that moment in 2028. 2028.
Okay, well, that's good.
Because I'm like, yeah, this isn't fair.
No. We gave the rest of the world a couple of years to catch up. That's fair.
Yeah,
Sure,
that'll be just one of the
sure they'll
built-in
close the
goals,
gap.
like softball. Like, we dominate softball every year. Usually women's
May-
basketball, we dominate every year.
Maybe they're just hoping it'll be like a dream team situation where we send over a couple sick athletes. They just have sex with all of the women in whatever country it's in. And eventually those children grow up to like the dream team did in all of like, and now look at European basketball. It's really
It's
good.
because of the dream team. Did you
Yeah.
know that, Robert?
I did not.
Yeah, because America went
they all
over there
went
to
in
Barcelona and just planted our seed in all of their women.
Barcelona.
And now, except for that theory to have worked, I've thought about this with the dream team. It would have only been Larry Bird and Christian Laettner fucking all the women, because then all the like sick European players that came after are all white.
Well, I don't see
Dirk.
color, so I didn't know that.
Peja Stojakovic. What's his name on the Mavs now? Luka. And then
Luka
like 19
Doncic.
guys
Look at
that,
Don Bitch.
that the Rockets have drafted and just left over there.
Donatas Monteunas.
Oh yeah.
Remember him?
Sergio Yul.
He was cool. Yeah.
Remember how excited we were for him to come to the Rockets for 4 years, and he was just like, "Guys, I'm not leaving Spain.
We're not. I'm hanging out over here. It's pretty sick.
I live a pretty sick life over here, and I don't have to fucking be terrible in the NBA."
So yeah. Football's back. We're gonna dominate it. Our other comeback kid, we had a pretty short comeback kid segment, I feel like, this week. Is
I got
profile
one to
flags
add, I think.
because okay. Well, quickly, because I don't we're not gonna get into any politics here, but it is. I just noticed this over the weekend, all the stuff that happened, Israel, Hamas, terrible stuff that happened. But the Ukraine profile flag guys now really have to make a decision. Like, do we abandon Ukraine? And do I ditch that profile flag and go Israel flag? Or do I stand with Ukraine? Because honestly, if you take down your Ukraine flag, I think you don't stand with Ukraine anymore.
I stand with Ukraine.
I stand with Ukraine, but you don't have it. You don't stand with it enough to have it in your profile, though.
No, because I don't actually stand for anything.
No, right. That's what I get that. I get it.
But I'll verbally stand for you, but I'm not going to do anything to back that up.
This is the catch-22 that you get yourself in when you put your when you stand with when you stand with somebody in your profile, when you put whatever that is in your profile, when you take it down, that means you don't stand with it anymore. That's what I'm going to assume.
Yeah, I wish there was a way that like you could click on somebody's profile and see what they're like without a screenshot, just see what their profile looked like a month beforehand.
I like the when like it would be like vaxxed, like it'd be Robert Barbosa 03, and they would just say Robert Barbosa vaxxed. Robert had that forever, and then when Robert took the vax thing down off of his profile, I was like, Robert, you an anti-vaxxer now? What, you think they got 5G chips in there? And Robert was like, yeah, I do. I turned against vaccines, and he did. He turned really hard against vaccines. So like that's what it says to me. If you take down your Ukraine flag, you don't care. And now it's kind of crazy if you have two flags. Like how many flags is too many profile flags? We're getting crazy here.
I don't know how many is too many. I think one is too many. I don't think.
What if it was just all profile flags? Let's all just pick a cool country. Like I wish we had a passive baby flag you could have hanging there. That could be a cool emoji.
I mean, I would probably just have.
That's my flag. I mean, that's my favorite other flag.
I mean, it would just be the Texas flag. People like, that's not a country. I mean,
it'd be Chile. It'd be Chile because they don't have a Texas flag on emojis.
Oh, we'd make it. We'd make it. Texas has some software programmers. We'd figure it out. Or maybe I do like Texas,
you should change
U.S., Ireland.
Go change your Twitter like display name, like not your not Pat Dion, but just change like where it says Pat Dion. Just change it to just like Irish, American, and whatever the other flag you said. Chile. Just put Chile on it. But it's Texas, and people will get that, and we'll be like, oh, he really stands with Texas.
Always stand with Texas.
This guy stands with that. So like, then go put it up there, but don't take it down because then you don't stand with it anymore.
Hey, don't mess with Texas. I said it for years. Texas is the greatest country in the world. Fact. Can't prove me wrong.
Texas forever. Texas
forever.
But yeah, it's big profile flag season. Not trying to minimize anything, even though you may think that's what I'm doing there. But I'm just trying. Mostly, I just noticed like the internet of stuff, and I'm noticing that now a lot of Ukraine flags are going away.
It had been kind of sliding that way for a little bit anyway. I did see a meme.
It's just kind of like, I noticed that you don't stand with them so much.
Zelensky on the phone now that the United States has found a younger, sexier war. And just him like, It's what we do. Americans, we pretend to care. We get riled up about shit, and then we just move on to the next thing.
Not saying that anything isn't worth caring for. We're not saying that at all. We're just saying that it is like you can't have all the flags in your profile. Can't.
Caring is a young man's game. The older you get, you're just like, I got my own fucking problems to deal with.
Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind. It sounds bad. It sounds really bad to say.
I'm just being honest.
That's Guycology. That's Guycology right there. It's just my brain is like, I can't see it. It doesn't affect me.
Yeah, but like, is it going to affect Monday Night Football? No? Okay, well then I don't really care.
It's like what I'm learning about with interest. I can't see interest. Is it even real? Who cares? I'm just kidding. But like for a second, like part of me and that whole process is just like, it's like just a made up number, right? It's like, I can't touch it. Not real.
Treat it like the NFL salary cap. Like, yeah, I owe the money, but like you just shuffle it around next year. It's all good.
Yeah.
It doesn't really exist. Okay, yeah, that was flags. Last one. Robert, don't worry, that's gonna be very quick. I'm gonna say 3 words. Alex is gonna say 3 words, and it's gonna be over because nobody else cares but us. Hockey's back, right?
Fuck yeah, it is, dude. Fuck yeah. It's 2 words. No,
it's 5 words.
But you said 3, and then you said hockey's back.
I said hockey's back, right? That's 3. And then you said, fuck yeah, it is, dude. That's 5. You ruined it. We should already be in the next segment, but you ruined it.
Okay.
I'm also pretty sure you didn't say right. I think you just said hockey's back.
Check tape. Check the
That's
tape.
why I was confused, because I was waiting for the third word.
Yeah.
I did a pause. I go, hockey's back, right? I said exactly like that.
Check the tape on that.
Yeah.
Check tape.
I have to go to the VAR decision.
I'll throw the fucking challenge flag right now, bitch. But hockey's back, so I'm excited because hopefully I can win a fucking bet now because I can't do it in any other sport. So yeah, I won a fucking European hockey parlay this morning.
Good.
There we go.
Starting hot.
Yeah.
Starting hot ice. Hot ice
Yeah.
with Pat Dion. You should make that your show.
I mean, I went 1-2 in the NHL last night.
Well,
Connor Bedard.
well,
All right. Yep. Hockey's back. Let's move on. Nobody cares but us.
nobody cares, but I did go 7-0 NFL on Sunday. That was pretty sick. Sick. The goal is just learn who's going to score against the Giants and then bet those people to do those things. I bet Devin, A-Chain, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle to all score touchdowns, and they all fucking score touchdowns. Should have parlayed it. I didn't matter, but whatever. 7-0. Very, 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 very few times does that happen in your life. And it just felt like I was God for a second there, you know? And then obviously I went 0-2 the next day, but like, it's like Icarus. You fly too close to the sun. We posted about it on Gravy Gambles, which meant inevitably I was going to lose on Monday. Shout out to me though. That was a God tier day. God tier day.
We're going to probably come up later. Now's as good a time as any. We finally decided on what the picks bet is this year. Loser just has to pay for both of us to get our Pass the Gravy tattoos. That's what we decided on. Or were you drunk? Yeah, but like we haven't come up with anything better. Maybe we can, if we feel like it, we can always add something on better. It's going to be me. Unless you just hit a cold stretch and I go hot, but you're starting to.
Hey, don't count yourself out. Don't count yourself out.
Voodoo, I am so.
We don't even know what's going on right now.
But yeah, that's the bet as is. Just so everyone knows.
PTG picks current record because Pat brought it up. Pat is 7-7-1. I am 11-3-1.
Hot,
but see, there's plenty of time. A lot of season left. A lot of season left, dude. It's terrifying because like when you're hot, you just know it's gonna end, and then it's gonna be really bad. And like I know I'm there,
right?
It's like it's not gonna keep going.
You want to increase your bet level because you're so hot. But you're like, as soon as I do, I'm gonna lose it all.
I know exactly. Yeah, and then I'm right back to where I was. I'm not gonna do that. But that was Gravy Gambles at Gravy Gambles. Give us a follow, and we post all of our picks every day on Twitter. Let's move on to the not cool segment. We encourage you guys to participate in that one. We like to rant about we like to just vent about stuff that's not cool. It makes us feel better. It's like therapy, but it's free. And if there's something that happens to you each week or throughout the week, which almost with everybody, there's gonna be something that makes you say not cool, but just something that makes you think, hey man, that's not cool. All you gotta do, hit us up on Twitter. We're at Pass the Gravy Pod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool. That's how we'll search for it. At Pass the Gravy Pod, tag us, and then use the hashtag PTG not cool. Tell us what happened to you that made you say, hey man, not cool. And we'll pick some of the best listener and viewer submitted ones each week and read through them. The Not Cool segment is brought to you by littlemshop.com. My favorite air fresheners, your favorite air fresheners, America's favorite air fresheners, littlemshop.com. Go get some of the fresh to death, the Little Ice, the Miami Beach scents. Those are all dope. It's a good time. Like, everybody's car, like I feel like they burn out a lot of air fresheners. They don't burn out Little M's, but a lot of times, maybe you had one of those shitty air fresheners in there, huh? Maybe now it's time to like get that car smelling good again. Now that it's getting fally and getting the weather's getting cooled down. You're not going to be burning out those shitty air fresheners that you probably shouldn't have had anyways. You probably should have always had a Little M air freshener. Go start with a Little M air freshener. Start the fall, a little M right there. Go over there And if you spend $10 or more, you're going to get free shipping at littlemshop.com. You can also use our promo code PTG69, get 10% off your order. So you get 10% off your order and free shipping when you spend $10 or more at littlemshop.com. They don't just have air fresheners. They do have the best air fresheners in the game that last longer and are better than all the other air fresheners. They also got some cool keychains. They got some stickers. They got some digital prints. They got some regular prints. They got some compact mirrors, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's littlemshop.com, the official sponsor of the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right. I was drinking water and I had.
I was about to say, great timing on that water sip.
Our first listener submitted Not Cool was from Mike Fish at only Mike Fish. And Mike Fish says, my hashtag PTG Not Cool is having to go to my wife's friend's wedding in New York City on a Monday night, finding out that it's a cash bar and having to spend $10 on beer and $20 on glasses of wine.
Wife's friend
What
sounds
the
like
fuck?
a bitch.
What the fuck? I'm not money shaming people. We don't poor shame. We're not poor shaming. I'm not saying they're poor. But like a lot of times you would probably have the wedding on a Monday to save money, right?
And
You
I
gotta at
get
least
it,
have, like,
NYC.
some beer. You gotta at least have some beer.
I get it's an expensive city. If you can afford to live there, then you should be able to afford the wedding. And if you can't afford an open bar, you can't afford the wedding.
I get Friday weddings. Friday weddings aren't weird to me. I've even heard like Thursday weddings, and Thursday weddings are like, I mean, you're heading into the weekend. Monday is insane.
I mean, a Thursday
Monday's
wedding
kind
I
of
can
insane.
see because you're just giving people
Well,
an
yeah.
excuse to take a long weekend.
But Monday, it's like, what? Oh, well, you could take a long weekend anyways. Yeah, but like going back, it's I don't know. Monday seems
It's ridiculous.
wild.
It's ridiculous.
But if you're
you
gonna
know
have a
what?
wedding on Monday, you're allowed to. You're allowed to. But also, like, you can't be gouging people for booze. Come on, you know, like if you got a Saturday wedding and you have to have a cash bar or whatever, like I'm gonna think thoughts, but like you're allowed to do that. It's wild to be like, not only are you gonna have to sacrifice a Monday for a wedding, you're also gonna have to pay $1 billion if you want to drink it.
Also, I mean, you're missing Monday Night Football. That's fucked up.
That's a big one.
Every detail about this shows me that it's just like, yes, they're trying to save money because New York is just a ridiculously expensive city. But move, get out of there. You can't have a wedding that bad. That sounds like the worst wedding ever. Like, oh yeah, this is really fun, but like we have work in the morning, so like we gotta leave at like 9 and watch our drinking. That sounds like the worst wedding of all time.
And maybe that was their thought. They're like, well, everybody's gonna have to go to work. And it's gonna just be like, okay, no one's gonna be getting wasted. But also like, dude, then you intended your wedding to not be fun. Unless
Yeah,
they're,
your
like,
wife's
both
friend
recovering
sucks.
alcoholics, and then that's okay. That's fine. Then I'm giving them a pass on that. But like,
Yeah, I mean that's different.
obviously that's an exception to the rule.
But
I feel like Mike would have included that, I think.
I mean, this
That's
is just
fucking a solid not cool, Mike.
It's very
That's
not
solid
cool.
not cool, dude.
It's just another reason to bring back flasks. Everybody should own a flask to bring to weddings because I mean you need it. But flasks aren't really big enough.
But it'll get you there. It'll get you through it.
It'll get you through it, yeah.
Get you through it.
Sorry, Mike. That sounds awful, and I'm really
T's and
truly
P's,
sorry
brother.
that happened
That's
to you.
a solid not cool, bro. That's one of the best ones we've had in a very long while. All right, our next one is from Sebastian Viescas at Carbalac 23, CARBALAC 23. Sebastian says his not cool is or he says my not cool is my brand new car getting hit at work with a forklift and not knowing it happened until I was on my way home and the coolant light came on and I had to pull over. I had to wait for a tow truck and now my car is in the shop. Also, the only person that could have done it is not admitting to it.
Yeah, I mean
That's some hard shit.
He's got a video attached. I'm watching it now, and it definitely looks like the two prongs of the forklift. Your work doesn't
Oh
have
yeah,
any,
like I
any
don't
cameras on the outside?
I don't deal with forklifts, but like that's a forklift shaped like mark in it for sure.
They seem like close together also. But I don't know. There's different kinds of forklifts. But yeah, dude, yeah, that sucks ass, and fuck that guy. Fuck him, or gal, whoever it is. I don't know. They said, did he say
Whoever
only
they are.
guy, only person? So it could have been a lady.
Would never
know.
assume gender here.
You know, women drivers, we all know. That fucking
That's just
sucks.
Guycology.
That's Guycology. Casual
Yeah,
sexism, Guycology.
Like, there's nothing better than like when you get a new car and you're like, fuck, yes, like there's not going to be anything I got to worry about with this guy. Like, it's going to be great. Awesome. Like, you get like what you in your mind, you think you got like 3-4 years, maybe 2-3 years at least without any like problems with the car. And then to like get a brand new one and immediately be like, oh, and the coolant light's on. Oh, it's because some asshole fucking forklifted my fucking car. Yeah,
Dude,
I
can't stop watching this. The more I watch it, it's just in a spot too. Where, I mean, obviously, you take it in and they look at it, they find it. But in a million years, I would have never found that on my own car. It's like through the grate underneath shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like once you take it, they find it. But me myself, I would have never found it in a million fucking years. I just can't. I can't stop watching. I gotta stop because I'm getting angry watching it.
I feel like you should raise hell. I feel like you should raise hell about this. This seems like a hell-raising scenario, and I don't know if the Gravy Gang can help in that, but maybe we recruit some Gravy Gang members and we go gang on them. You know, we don't know. But that is not cool, and especially like to be like, dude, you did this.
Might have to call our
you got a fucking
eight-legged friend.
You don't want Ocho and Associates on him, Sebastian. Let me know, and I'll sick the spides on him. And let's just say there's a lot worse things that you could find than coolant leaking. Like a bunch of angry spiders. Really hate to show up in my car.
Maybe you wake up one morning and
maybe
your blood is leaking. Who knows?
Be a real shame. Real shame. Things happen. It's an unpredictable
Maybe a forklift falls on your fucking head because you didn't own up to shit that you did.
Perhaps what if that forklift went right up your ass? Wonder if we'd find out who did that. Maybe not if there was a tiny little spider driving it. Probably not. No fingerprints. People forget that.
Nope.
Spiders don't leave fingerprints. They don't check for that. They don't check for spider prints. Robert just puts his headphones on. He's like, they're doing fake a bit. Cool. What happened?
No fingerprints.
Just dealing out justice. Just dealing it. No, perfect.
Allegedly.
Get the spiders to do it. Allegedly, we would never admit to doing any of that because none of that would happen. But if it were, I'm just saying they don't check for spider prints. Check for fingerprints. It's a very unpredictable world. That's all we're saying. Let us know, Sebastian. We'll get the Ocho and Associates on it. Robert, did you want to start with not cool?
Sure, I can start. Just when you think you're done with like adult acne, got a couple of pimples. I had I'm pretty sure the cause of it is I had Jack in the Box last week and I got like 2 pimples like right here on my mouth and then like underneath my lip. Then I got
That's herpes, brother.
The other one on my cheek. Just annoying.
Yeah.
It hurt a little bit.
That is the worst.
I don't want to pop them because I think that's bad, but I'm not sure.
Well, they got whiteheads on them because they got whiteheads. They're poppable. You pop those bad boys, but it's before the whitehead, and they just get red.
Mm-hmm. At the very least, I'm glad it's happening this week because next week I'm officiating a wedding. So
get it all out.
Yeah, if they clear up by then I'm all Gucci. But just
did you have
any like product for it, like acne product? Did you get some like face scrub?
Yeah, I have like this acne cream. Is it doing anything? I don't know.
What you should do, it could be a fun couples activity. Be like, Sam, do you have any extra like face masks or like, and let her do like a whole face routine on you.
She has this coffee scented one, but I hate the smell of coffee.
Hey, pain is beauty, baby.
Hates it.
It makes my head hurt.
Or sorry, beauty is pain. I said that backwards.
And pain is also beauty.
You don't have a charcoal
You don't know what
mask
someone's been
that you can put
through,
on?
Pat.
I do not. It's just coffee.
Just
It's
get,
the worst.
get guacamole. Just get guacamole and put it on there. And then like easy to take off.
Exfoliate.
That Guycology right there. That's like a dude makeover. We just have like a dude spa. Like I remember our bit on like dude wipes where everything is just that's just marketed to dudes who are like, I need to do that. Like man spa. It's sick. Like we get really dirty and stuff, and you crawl through mud first, and then you hop in a hot tub and watch the game for a little bit. But then you get to do a face mask, and it's just guacamole, and you get to just eat chips off of your own face.
Thought another one, Guycology, jumping in the pool, and then you're like, okay, I don't have to shower now.
Guycology, yeah.
That's Guycology. I mean, but like, or Guycology would be like hearing your girlfriend talk about a charcoal mask that she did for her skin. So you just go to your barbecue pit outside and grab some charcoal and rub it on your face. That's Guycology.
Hey, I'll show you charcoal. I can save you money on a charcoal mask. Boom.
Robert, you got to let her give you some sort of like facial treatment and take a picture for us. Tweet it out. Break the internet.
Break.
I have done one. I think Sam's posted on her account like maybe just a month or two ago.
And we post it like it's new. So you don't have to do any work. But it looks like you did.
I gotta admit, my face felt pretty nice right afterwards. Even though my head
That's
hurt.
what I've heard. That's what you got to do.
I got Emma one of those little like scrub brush things, and like you could turn on and it just spins on your face, and it's supposed to like clean out all your pores. And like I've only tried it once, and it was delightful. It was delightful. Your little scrub brush? Yeah. It was sick.
Don't use bar soap. God.
She doesn't like that I use bar soap, but Guycology.
She doesn't like to use
Guycology.
bar
babe,
soap.
Sorry. It's not her soap. She's not using it. She's got her own soap.
Are you buying like the generic ones with all those extra oils and shit? Or are you buying like the craft ones? They throw 57,000 ads at us online for
Man soap. No, I buy Irish Spring, like the regular Irish Spring, and I just buy like the 12-pack. You buy the 12-pack. When you run out, you just lean over out of the shower. You grab another one. When you're gone, you're like, fuck. And then you shower with shampoo that one day, and then you get 12 more, and you're good for like another 6 months.
Yeah. Irish Spring. That might be the most dude soap of all the soaps.
No, Old Spice soap was like I think that's more dude.
No, but like, when's the last time you saw Old Spice soap? You know what I mean? Like you see the deodorant, you see all that other stuff.
I buy the
You don't see
deodorant. It's next
soap.
to the deodorant. So like the last time I bought deodorant.
See, yeah, I've always been an Old Spice deodorant guy. I don't like the Irish
But I like
deodorant.
Old Spice Swagger. That's my go-to.
I do Old Spice Sport, Original, and Dirt. Like whatever happens to be the 2-pack that's on
He's
sale.
a versatile
that's
man. Yeah.
That's the Old Spice. As long as it's the gel one. I don't like the white ones that leave behind all the residue. Not a fan. Not a
I
fan.
don't like the gel ones. The gel ones feel like sticky on my armpits.
Not the ones where it's like the gel that
They don't
shoots
dry
through
it
all
out
the
though.
holes.
Yeah. It's just the blue, like the blue
The
top.
blue one.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No. Oh no. The gel is whoever
Yeah.
invented that should not just be fired, killed. That's the worst.
Yeah, it's
deodorant
like
of all
just pour
time.
water on your armpit. Just pour water on your armpit. You're good to go. You're like, yeah, cool. Now my shirt's soaking wet. What is this?
Here's some thick hand sanitizer for your armpit. Like, what? Those deodorants are the
Yeah,
worst.
Those
kinda-
are the worst.
It's just like see-through blue is what it is. Like, and you just rub that on. But like the white stuff, like the white one, it like dries out my armpit. So I don't do that. This is
They're
just
so
guys
dry.
talking about dude stuff.
So dry.
Yeah, it's like
Says guys
you
can't
can put it
talk
on
about their
deodorant
skin.
3 days. You put it on 3 days, and you're like, what the fuck? Why is my armpit hair just peeling? Ripping it off. It's like sand.
It's crap.
Deodorant talk. Deodorant talk. We got there because of Robert having adult acne, right?
Mm-hmm. These pimples on my
And then
face. lately.
Guycology. And then Emma was making fun of me for using the bar soap.
I use bar soap.
Here we are. But if you want to save, like I used to be a shower gel guy, and you end up wasting a lot of shower gel. You
Yeah.
always pour too much. A lot of it just falls down the shower drain. It's like I could just have a bar of soap that lasts forever. It feels
Cleans
like.
better. I remember
It's
being a
just,
kid.
you get lathered up. You feel better.
I remember grabbing. I used to do the gel soap because I felt like the bar soap dried my skin out too much. And then I don't know, years down the line, I went back to it, and it did feel a little bit drier but like it also felt cleaner. And now I just don't even notice. Also, I have been a victim of those targeted ads, and I've bought a lot of their specialty soap because they sell like Star Wars soap, dude. What am I gonna do? Not buy that? Come on.
The Death Star. I want a Death Star soap. Duh.
The one I'm using right now has bourbon in it's wood barrel bourbon soap. What am I supposed to do? Not for rub that on my skin? Come on.
So see, like the Guy Spy idea, Robert, like you just do things like that. Like, dude, well, we have bourbon in a hot tub and a game on. It's like sports clips, but just do a spa.
For pine tar soap, that was my favorite one ever.
We got a batting cage while you're waiting to get into the spa. You can just go to the batting cage. Fuck yeah. All right, let's go, boys. Bourbon and batting cages. All right, let's go. It's like me and the boys spent a whole day at the spa. You guys were at the spa? Yeah. We were watching the game. It was guy stuff. It wasn't girly.
You got hammered. They had a golf simulator. It was dope.
Put guacamole face mask on, ate chips off of it. It was awesome. Loved it. My not cool is I mean, I've pretty much used it before, but just the home buying process is kind of a pain in the ass. Now it's just mortgages because God fucking damn it, dude. Like it's not chill. It's not chill. Getting homes inspected, then learning like, oh, I'm gonna be poor. Like all that part of the home buying process. Like, do I like we got aluminum wiring in the house. So might just cost 20 grand if you want to replace the wiring in the house. So we're not doing that. But it's like, oh, it's a fire hazard. Don't build houses with it then. I don't know. I didn't put that there. It's not my fault. It's like the house that we have, it's got all the stuff on the inside looks cool, but it's like all like the like attic and other shit like that you don't see. You're like, I didn't even think about that. Oh, damn it. And it's like, that's not even going to be cool when you fix it. You just spend all this money and you're like, well, now there's just not going to be a leak later on, which is good, but I don't get to see that. There not being a leak I get to see, I guess, and that's the positivity. But it's just like, I'm going to be poor for the rest of my life. That's pretty much what I've come to. And then mortgages are wild because everybody, like, you call one like mortgage person, you're like, all right, what can I get? And like, well, this is the best I can do right here. This is the best I can do. And then you call the other person and you tell them what the other person said. They're like, ha, well, we can beat that. And you call somebody else like, those pussies, we can fucking knock that out of the water. And then you just kind of have them like, and they seem angry at you. Like you're talking to other people like, yeah, dude, talking to whoever's going to save you the most fucking money. I don't really think this is like not being rude. It's like, well, you want me to pay X amount of dollars more. I'm not going to do that if I can pay this much less. Like it's wild with it. Whoa, bro, I thought like we were going to be your forever mortgage company. Like I've never had a mortgage, so I don't have a forever mortgage company. I'm not willing to make that kind of commitment. It's a 30-year mortgage. That seems like a long time. I don't know where I'm going to be at in 30 years. I don't know if I'm going to be alive in 30 years.
They want customer loyalty from somebody they've never worked with before. Go fuck yourself. How about that?
Like found a better deal elsewhere.
Yeah.
Usually. But like that is kind of fun.
Bro, can Walmart start doing fucking this shit, price everybody out of it and give us good prices until they get a monopoly and then fuck us all over? But in the meantime, it'll be dope.
Well, that's what they would do.
I'm down for giving Walmart all the power. I don't care.
And to like apply for a mortgage, that was not cool before. You just have to find every document you've ever had in your entire life and submit that. And luckily, I've already done it once, so I have them all. But it's just it's a process, and it's just wheeling and dealing. And I'm not cut out for this life. I'm not cut out for that. And then I've also just realized that like all those people on all the home buying shows on HGTV are just jillionaires. Like if you flip a house, you could buy a castle. Is what I'm assuming. Like, that's insane. Like, yeah, we just
put another one. You get the moat.
$1 billion. Oh yeah, it's wild, bro. But yeah, the whole home buying process, getting a mortgage, like finding the right mortgage, I guess, like getting people to compete for it is nuts. And I'm lucky to have friends that have been able to like look over stuff. And then like I call my dad. I'm like, Dad, what does this mean? What are points? What's an origin fee? Points is like 1% on your whole fucking house. And they're trying to fuck you on that. And then people will be like, well, I mean,
I
So
don't
like
even
we can
understand
do
what you're
4
saying.
points and shit.
And I don't like
Points
it.
means like 1% that you have to pay them that you would pay on your whole fucking house. It's fucking bullshit. But like I'm negotiating like I'm negotiating in Spanish and I don't know Spanish. And that's what I feel like a lot of times. Well, we'll give you this, and then they just yell a bunch of numbers at you, and like that means this MLSPR does this, and then your SRPC does this, and then your TCBY is this. I'm like, I don't. Yeah, sounds. See, that looks good. I know
Cool,
some of those words.
I'm gonna bring this all to an adult who can look at it for me, and then you remember you're an adult, and you're like, ah, fuck.
I seriously feel like I have aged 10 years in the last 2 weeks. Just like I was always like, people do like really adult stuff. I don't do that, and I'm like, this is the worst. This is like looking up like estimates on stuff, getting estimates on quotes and other things, like getting quotes on possible mortgages like that, trying to figure out like what I want to do with an inspection, having to look at all the problems, what I have to see if I want fixed, all this other shit. Like all of that just made me be like, this is ridiculous that adults have to do all of this. And then I was like, you're the adult, just you should do it. But I've never really had to do it so far. So I've been spoiled. Is that me checking my privilege? I guess. I don't know, but it sucks. So shout out to everybody that's ever bought a home before, because lots of respect your way.
I've just accepted the fact that I'm never going to buy a home unless I marry rich or one of my dad's investments pays off so goddamn big that he gives me just a massive amount of money when he dies. And I'm just like, all right, I don't care, whatever. I'm just going to float through life. And then eventually I'll be old and can't work, can't do anything. I'm just going to jump off a fucking cliff, go out in a blaze of glory. I'm going to have 2 bottles of whiskey taped to my hands, take a header off the fucking Empire State Building.
It is just terrifying to think about, though, where you're like, when you look at it, you're like, well, but if that breaks, then this breaks, and that's $50,000 to get fixed. And I know there's insurance and stuff, but like, I've never thought about like, what's behind the wall? Like, what's above the ceiling in this apartment? Like, I hope how are the guts looking? And now you have like, they wired my fucking house. One of the things I'm going to be like, y'all better fix this, is they had a fucking extension cord that like they continued the wiring at one point with, where they just fucking attach it, throw it down there. Like it was like they ran out of wire and like, we got an extension cord, we can just use that. Like, yeah, that's not legal, I don't think. Don't think we can do that, guys. So like just all kinds of weird shit like that you don't really think about when you're like, I just bought a house, cool. And it's like, well, we looked inside of it and these are some problems we found. Now it's $1 billion more to fix it.
Remember as a kid,
that whole process sucks. That's not cool.
Helping your dad fix things around the house. You'd be like, God, why can't we just hire somebody to do it? You're going to learn really fucking quick. Like, oh, the wiring's off. But here's the thing, though.
Oh, yeah.
Now we have a tool our dads never had. We have YouTube. We like everything you need to learn. You can learn on YouTube. Like you could build a house from scratch with tutorials that you learn on YouTube. You got to be patient and have some ability like woodworking and shit like that, but you can do it. So like now little electrical shit, and now you can FaceTime your dad. Like before, at best you could call your dad from one side of the house, then have to go over to the other side of the house and do what he told you. Now you can FaceTime him, show him exactly, and he can be like, okay, you gotta take that wire, connect that wire, you twist them together. So like, I'm less scared of it, but I'm still just the thought of fixing anything on something that you own terrifies the shit out of me.
Right, because like if I fix something in my apartment, I don't give a shit if it breaks, because I'm not all right. Sorry,
you're not on the hook.
Sorry, we shittily tried to fix this tile. It broke, and it's not my responsibility. You guys deal with it. But now it's like, oh, or if this happens, then that pipe will break, and it'll just flood the whole fucking house. Neat. Robert, I guess Pat, what's your not cool? My bad, Robert.
I'm the worst. I'm probably in my worst stretch of gambling I've ever had in my fucking life right now. I dumbly went into this last weekend. It was the Red River Shootout, a game that I know you should never bet on because it's a rivalry game, and all rivalry games, fuck shit is going to happen. We're just going to go nuts and you can't predict anything. And knowing that all week, I was like, I'm going to bet so goddamn big on Texas. Because they're so good. Like this is their year that they have a shot at the Natty. They're not going to fuck this up. Guess what they did? They fucked it up. And I bet 5 times what I normally bet on a game on them. And then I also bet 5 times what I normally bet on Notre Dame because they're playing Louisville. How the fuck are we going to lose to Louisville? We fucking lost by 13 to Louisville. And then I loaded more money on so that I could bet the night game because I blew all of it on those, and I fucking lost all that too. I can't win a fucking bet. And I thought about this weeks ago. I was like, dude, you should literally just start betting the exact opposite of what you want to bet, and you'll make money.
Yeah, just fade yourself.
And like literally, if that's all I did, I would make money because I've never won money gambling. I could probably just bet and make a living doing that. If I just bet the opposite of what I wanted to bet, can't do it. Hockey starts last night. Fucking, I lost 2 out of my 3 bets on that, but I won 1, so I'm fucking all in. Can't wait to bet.
I'm just
like I said,
feeling out the season first.
I bet a European 3-way parlay this morning to get enough money on there so I could bet the hockey games tonight. Thank God the parlay hit, or else I would have been loading more money today. And fucking Notre Dame
doesn't know
keeps
anything
losing.
about European hockey.
I know a little bit. I've been gambling on it for a couple of years, so I know what teams are normally good. I know a little bit. It's still early in the season there, so I don't know that much. And the Packers just suck. Like, what the? I don't understand. This is how the other half has always lived. My entire life, I've had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. And now I'm like, dude, the Raiders suck. And we just lost to the Raiders.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? Our offense is bad. We can't throw it. We refuse to throw it downfield. I don't understand why. We've got pretty good receivers, actually. We just don't throw to them. Every time we do throw, it's a fucking like a wide receiver screen, or we throw it 2 yards down the field. Or, I don't know. Jordan Love looked good the first couple of weeks, and now they're getting tape on him, and defensive coordinators are just fucking his world up. And it's frustrating.
Or he's just figuring it out. He'll be fine. He'll bounce back.
Because I also,
dude. You can't give up.
Oh, I'm not giving up. Like, Matt LaFleur is a great coach. We're gonna figure. I'm extra mad because I also have a bet with my buddy that the Packers will have more wins than the Cowboys. And every time the Cowboys drop a fucking game, I'm like, sweet. And then the Packers lose too. I'm like, oh great, I just gained no fucking ground. That's awesome. I fucking love that. Love it. So my regular teams suck. My gambling sucks. Everything fucking sucks. But hockey's starting, and I'm actually good at betting hockey. So I'm excited for that. The problem is hockey goes on during football season, so everything I win in hockey, I lose in football.
At least it evens out.
It doesn't. I lose more in football because there's more games to bet on. College and pro, dude. Also, the Bruins
there's more
aren't
NHL
as good
games,
as they
more
have
nights.
Been. Yeah, but like one of the greatest players of all time, Patrice Bergeron, who is the captain of the Bruins, just retired. And I'm still going to bet them the same way I always have, basically every fucking night. And they're not going to be as good. So I'm going to lose more money on that. So much fun. Love it.
Just bet the Red Wings. Red Wings year. Red Wings year. Wings year. This is our time. We're back.
We should start a hashtag like get your Red Wings.
Wings year.
Earn your Red Wings. Double entendre on that shit. Yeah. Earn your wings. Double entendre that shit.
Yeah. Solid, not cool. Solid, not cool. Did you have more?
Yeah. No, I just keep losing money.
Oh, I think.
Oh, actually, I do gotta have one.
A pretty good one.
It's Amazon Prime Days, so instead of just fixing my weed whacker, I think I'm gonna buy a new one because it's not that. And by fixing it, I mean just putting the head back on because I removed it to put a better head on, and the nut didn't fit. So I've just been letting it sit for 4 months, not being used. But I need to start doing I got to start doing my yard at this new house. So, but yeah, I'm gonna buy a new tool to replace my fully working one that I just don't feel like putting back together because I'm a fucking moron. But this one, it also goes from a weed whacker to an edger. Like the head rotates and it's got a wheel on it, and it's only like $80. I'm an idiot.
Do it, dude. I've stopped the dumb Amazon purchases because I'm poor now. So
this one's actually
that's a positive.
It's not that. It's
like, no, I'm like, I can't afford that.
It's just it's a lazy purchase, is what it is.
Will you have a lawn they need to cut?
Yeah, I actually almost.
I have.
Oh, you. Sorry, I thought you were talking to me.
I have it's a townhouse, but we have a turf backyard, and then we have like a small yard in the front that they will have with the HOA. We pay that. So like
they
townhouse
take
is
care of
super
it.
fun. You have to pay a lot of HOA fees. That's a lot of fun. But they take care of that, so that's cool.
You should make a stand and be the guy that's petty with the HOA because you get off early and you got time on your hands.
Well, maybe they're chill HOA. Let's see if they fuck with me. See if they fuck with me. Who knows?
There's never been a chill HOA in the history of HOAs. Think about how
maybe I
bad
take over. Maybe I became HOA president. Take it down from within.
That's what you should do. Because think about how bad you have to suck. You got to suck so bad to be a person that goes into politics and government. And to be a person that goes into local government, you're smaller and pettier. And then if you can't do local government, you do your neighborhood HOA.
To just be neighborhood government. Yeah.
You're the smallest, pettiest fucking people on the goddamn planet. And you just hope you don't run into somebody
in school. You volunteered for hall monitor. You loved narking on your friends. Robert was going to the bathroom and didn't have a hall pass. And like Robert's like, come on, dude, I'm your friend. You're like, rules are rules. You're like, fuck you, dude.
Their entire existence just banks on the fact that there's not somebody pettier with more time on their hands. Yeah, and you've got time on your hands a lot of the time. It's not that you don't work hard. You just start so early in the morning. Yes. Which I was telling somebody about it the other day. I can't wait till you move out of your apartments and we can publicly shit talk them. I'm excited, so I can only imagine how you feel.
Oh God. And like I have just created a folder over the years of just like low, like I call it apartment lowlights. And it's just dozens of pictures of just shitty stuff in the apartments. Like when you leave the reviews, I can send everybody multiple photos. So everybody will there will be dozens and dozens of separate photos of gross shit and stupid shit that's going on in the apartments where it's like, oh, well, this doesn't look like a bunch of they aren't spamming us. They all have different photos. They're all different pictures that are legit pictures.
That's what I was going to say. You can post
I've done my research. This is just a long game. It was a long game and I'm going to win it.
You can just leave multiple pictures or reviews until eventually this guy's spamming us. Let's delete all of his comments. And then we just get everybody else one by one to start fucking comment. And they can't be like, oh, this is spam. It's bullshit. It's all things that actually happened at the apartment. You just deleted the comments of the guy that was there for it. So we're all filling in. Had a friend.
No, I just give it to the gravy gang. I give it to the gravy gang. Give everybody 2 or 3 photos, 2 or 3 different photos. And then everybody posts 20 negative reviews with a bunch of different photos and they won't take them down because they're like, these are all unique.
I was thinking of moving there.
Don't know what we can do here.
I was thinking of moving there because my friend lived there, but then they removed every last plant and painted everything gray so it looks like a prison. And then as they removed amenities, they raised prices, stopped giving services. Just jackals.
I'm a long con guy. I can play the long game better than you. Long game guy. Play the game.
Get some fucking spider eggs and just start leaving them all over there.
You merely adopted the pettiness. I was born in it.
Molded by it.
I have 5 Reddit accounts for such reasons.
What's your next door neighbor name again?
Caleb Crawdad.
Caleb Crawdad. Oh, they're gonna get fucked up by Caleb Crawdad. Yeah.
Caleb Crawdad. There was I haven't really done too much on Nextdoor, but somebody was complaining about there was a bar that used to be an old soccer bar that no one ever went to because it was gross and just it was empty all the time. And somebody's like, has anybody been to this new bar? I hear it's some sort of hip hop club, but it's also a restaurant and it's called 281. But 8 is ATE, and I was like, that's a fucking cool ass name. And it was just people this has really gone downhill since everything. And I just everybody was just bitching about it, and the only thing I said was, it's a sick name. And then people just kind of come at you and well, how could you like something? I'm like, well, because I think it's a cool name.
Also, we got our first user submitted Guycology already on Twitter. Spending $70 on a new game while your socks and underwear all have holes in them. Yep, that's Guycology for sure.
Guycology.
Shout out Darren Hino.
Who is that from? Darren Hemel. He's the guy. Guycology guy.
Yeah, I've already
he's-
posted like 5 of them myself. I'm fucking all in on this.
That's good. That's good. Is it? How do you hashtag Guycology on it?
Oh yeah. Even the one that said casual sexism, Guycology. Don't worry, I'm tagging the podcast in all of them too.
Okay. Let's move on to the answer segment. Pat, will you do an ad read for the PTG merch store real quick while I go pee?
Oh yeah. Okay, so PastorGravyMerch.com, guys. That's where we're gonna go. I'm gonna pull it up right now because I actually need to still get the shorts. I realized weeks ago when the shorts never came in that I had them in my cart the whole time and I never pressed checkout because I drink during these and I'm an idiot. Whether you want to get the PTG, how do I say this without infringing? It's a slushy shirt.
Slushy.
The slushy logo. The red, white, blue where there's like frost on there. You guys know what we're talking about. That. Or whether you like to laugh in Spanish. We got a Ja 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 shirt for you. That's my favorite way to laugh. I love laughing in Spanish. It's better than French. No, fuck that. Nobody likes that shit. Shorts. Ridiculously comfortable. We got the stickers. Gravy shirt. The former music TV logo shirt. That one's a sick retro style one. I think that's my favorite of the new ones. Even above Ja Ja Ja. And you know me, I love the Ja Ja Ja. All about the Ja Ja Ja. Of course, we still got the classic PTG logo shirt. The stickers are great. The stickers, it's got pretty much all of the logos that we were just talking about on the new shirts. Not all of them, but that PTG TV throwback sticker. I'm adding that right now too. I got to start putting these stickers
Good
all
little
over
computer
the fucking
sticker
place.
right there. Throw it on the comp.
That's what I was just thinking. Like I got actually one big spot left on the back of my computer that I got room for. And we're gonna, what didn't you say? We're gonna try and bring back the Pasto shirt for the playoff run.
Yeah.
There we go. Pastros,
Ride the
maybe
troops.
maybe a little Gravy City too.
Ooh, people, Dallas killed JFK. People don't forget.
Oh, that would
Bring
be
that
perfect.
back. I mean, I don't know if the new shirt place will let us print those anymore.
I don't know. We can probably just make sure that says Dallas sucks. That's universal and year round, and it plays.
And it pisses off Cowboys fans like George Kittle did.
Either way, go to the store, guys. It's much better laid out now. The shirts aren't going to take 4,500 years to get to you. Quality shirts, quality people making them, quality response times. It's all quality, baby.
Not made in sweatshops.
No, they're not.
Right? Not made in sweatshops.
Not at all.
If you scroll all the way to the very bottom of the page, it'll say not made in a sweatshop.
And actually, you got to get the shorts because it's about to be comfy short season. What I mean by that, like when it's kind of cold outside, but also kind of not. So you might go long sleeve up top, but you're still going the shorts on the bottom for lounging. Comfy short season. That's my favorite. Got to keep the top. You got to keep the arms nice and warm, but the legs are doing all the moving. They stay nice and warm by themselves. And plus, Guycology, got to get a little breeze up on the nuts when you're nice and toasty. It's essential.
Right there. Classic
Guycology.
Guycology. PastorGravyMerch.com. Go get it. Let's get to the answer segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
If you'd like to submit your answers questions, we do the Precome segment. We just ask what questions we got. We share some weird drunk thoughts sometimes. You ask relationship questions. You want parenting advice, anything like that. We got your medical advice, all those things. Hit us up at Pass the Gravy Pod. Use the hashtag PTG Answers. That's how we'll search for them. You can also email them to us, answers@passthegravypod.com, or reach out on the website. Just hit contact us. Jesse will forward that over to us. But answers@passthegravypod.com if you want to email them. Although we do check Twitter way more than email. I did have 2 email questions just because I went through our email. I don't always go through our email. I'm not going to lie, but like every couple of weeks I will, and I did this week. At Pass the Gravy Pod, though, best way to reach us at Pass the Gravy Pod, hashtag PTG Answers. Let's start with who we got this week. It's Brett Brandon at Price of a ZJ on Twitter. And Brett says, if losing one sense heightens all the others, why can we hear better when subtitles are on?
I mean, because you're using two of the senses. Losing one, making one better doesn't mean that using two isn't still better than only using one.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that, because I was gonna say that, like, you just feel like you can hear better because you're reading what you're hearing and you're like more confident that you're hearing it correctly. When you don't have the subtitles, you're like, wait, did they say that or this? Like, you might have that second thought, but you're seeing what is being said typed out. So you're confident that what you're hearing is what you're also reading. So that's what you think you hear better.
Kind of like when we turn the radio down when we're driving and like we were right out of place. We can see better when we turn the radio down. So we lose hearing.
I can see this
we see
address.
better. Yeah.
But that's only because the hearing hurts your concentration on it. Like, say you're playing paintball. You got to see where you're going, but you also want to hear if somebody's sneaking up behind you. You don't want to turn down the volume on that. There's certain times when using two senses works. Like you said, driving and trying to find the address, perfect time to turn it down. I only have time or the mental capacity for one sense to lead me where I'm going right now. Yeah. But there are times where you got to use two. Two is usually better, but not always.
Right. I don't think watching TV with subtitles makes you hear better. It just makes you more confident in what you're hearing, so you might think you're hearing better.
I mean, another perfect example of when two is better, eating food. You want to smell it too. The scent of the food, if it smells good, enhances the flavor. You lose your sense of smell, the food's just not going to taste as good. It's a fact.
But bad smelling food can be good.
Like what?
Cheese.
Nailed it. Yep. Stinky cheese tastes so good.
Sauerkraut smells kind of gross, but like it's pretty dope.
Wrong.
Have it.
Sauerkraut smells great.
Not to everybody.
Fair enough.
You never had sauerkraut, have you?
I have not.
I love the smell of ginger. Hate the taste of it. Which is weird. I think ginger is really like, because I've said this for years, because, you know, I'm fat. I don't really know. I can't think of any foods that I don't enjoy. I think ginger is the only one. Like every other food I've ever tried, I've been like, damn, that's actually pretty fucking good. Ginger, it's just, and maybe it's only in drinks, because I do like sushi ginger. But when people put ginger in drinks, I just want to fucking vomit. It's my system going, you had beautiful alcohol. You added ginger.
You hate Moscow mules?
Fucking ruined it. Hate them. I think they taste like ass. Whiskey ginger smash. Like fucking awful.
Moscow mules are dope. But yeah, you would hate the ginger beer, so that makes sense.
I hate ginger beer. Love ginger ale. My favorite soda.
That's wild.
Dude, but ginger beer and ginger ale taste vastly different. Like it is
I would still use ginger.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
Of all the spices, what's your favorite spice?
I mean, okay, let's take salt out of it. Salt and pepper. You got to take those out of it. Those are spices. Nothing works without them. Maybe cayenne. Because I like spicy.
I would have gone posh.
Oh.
Maybe baby.
I'm going to say that's problematic.
I'm not turning down ginger, though, or scary.
Sporty.
Or sporty. Really, I'd take them all. Take them all. But posh would probably be my favorite spice. Robert, you got a favorite one? Ice spice, probably. He's bad like a Barbie.
Robert's basic. Oh, I thought you were going to say pumpkin because you're so basic.
I do not like pumpkin.
Pumpkin spice boy.
Get out of here with pumpkin.
Did you just toss me?
I just ejected pumpkin.
Get out of here.
I like that.
Cinnamon is also a great spice.
Cinnamon's a good one. Our next question is that's a good question, Brett. Good question. Todd Voss @as_seen_by_TV weighs in with our next question. Todd says, if vampires had a food fight, would they just throw water balloons full of blood?
It's too much work to fill the balloons.
I like where he's going there. I like where he's going there, but yeah, no, like it's not a vampire food fight. It's a food fight with vampires. If it was just, it's a vampire food fight. It's like not only like, any food fight. Like I don't always eat, I don't eat liver, but like if somebody had liver on their plate, you can grab that and throw it in a food fight. It's all fair game. Even if you don't eat that kind of food, that's fair game.
No, I think he is right because I don't think the vampires are going to be throwing food. They're just going to throw humans at each other. We are their food. They're not going to fill up water balloons full of blood. They're just going to grab a human and fucking huck your ass across the room at another vampire, and then you're going to hit the wall and snap your neck and you're dead. And then the other vampire will pick you up and throw you back at him. It's just going to be bodies flying.
They're just going to throw energy at you.
Ooh, it could be energy. Could be energy vampires. Kamehameha each other.
Happy and sad.
It's like staring at each other.
I do have to have an episode in the can for when I go to my brother's wedding here before too long. Do I need to just try and see if I can find another vampire? Like, just bring it back. Like, hey, who wants to chat?
You can go with a bit better than pretty much anyone I know. No, I'll say better than anyone I know. But I don't know if at 30 you have the same patience to deal with somebody who thinks they're a vampire as you did at 25 or whatever the fuck.
I would say I have more because I know how to draw it out of them. Not the blood, but...
Are you a vampire?
Conversation.
You might, yeah.
Energy-wise. Oh.
Yeah, I think you've just gotten better. You've honed your craft of going with the bit over the years.
I'd like to think I was better today than 10 years ago.
She's bad because, like, if I was sitting in on it, I would go with it for a while, and then towards the end of the interview, I would just be. You realize you're fucking stupid, right? Like that's not.
No, because then you lose them. You lose them.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I said. I'd try and wait till the end, but it might only last like 2.5 minutes. I mean, you ate Chipotle yesterday. Don't lie and say you subside on energy. You ate Chipotle. I checked your Twitter. You posted about it.
If you went back and listened to the Vodalok the Vampire episode, you'd know that he also eats food. He just it fulfills him. The energy is what he needs to keep going. He also eats the food because he needs the sustenance. That's why I'm saying, like, I think vampires would also eat food. They just have to have the blood to be alive. Like, so you could throw sandwiches and cake and chips and all that stuff you would have in a regular food fight. A vampire food fight would just mean it was just blood. And like, that's crazy. That's crazy. So that'd be more of a water gun fight. But like a food fight, if you were like a vampire food fight, then that would be only vampire food. If it was just a food fight, that's all food. So I think they would still just throw any food.
He was an energy vampire in that it's just the energy that fulfills him, but he still eats food. So I would be a Latinas with an attitude vampire. Because that's what fulfills me.
He gave me a whole explanation, dude. Like, when you've been in a room and you feel like somebody just sucks the energy out of it.
Well, that's usually because I just farted.
There. But it could also mean that there's an energy vampire there, dude. He brought up some great points.
Has he ever considered that he's just a pain in the ass to be around, and that's what sucks he thinks he's a vampire, and that's what sucks the energy out of him?
That's not for me to ask. That's for him to just you don't get combative with people. You let people just fucking talk, and then you talk about how silly it was afterwards. And that's funny because you have the audio and the video, and then everybody that lives on the internet. Doesn't matter what they say.
You should reach out to him and see if
Vodalok,
you could do a follow-up.
Hit him up again.
And see if he's still an energy vampire, or if he's like, no, I found my correct.
He retired.
He got out. I found my correct medications, and now I no longer believe that.
I wonder if I just Google Vodalok the Vampire.
Oh,
dude! If Google Vodalok the Vampire and Pass the Gravy pops up as the second thing on it.
How do you spell Vodalok? VODOLOC.
VODALOK. Pass the Gravy, episode number 23, June 23rd, 2014. Fuck. So long ago. I would like to think I'm much better at interviewing than I was then.
I would hope so.
I don't know why you guys are listening if I'm not. It's pretty wild though. That's like the second search. I mean, Shreddy's he's probably not done a ton of media, but
It's the first search for me. It also turned up about 4 results.
was it Deviant Art?
By about it's Buzzsprout, Pass Gravy Podcast, and Spreaker. But it's all that.
Which are all Pass Gravy.
Also some sick old logos.
Yeah, dude. That one, it looked like Pabst Blue Ribbon.
The PBR, baby.
That was the original Pass Gravy logo. That was cool. But yeah, go check it out. If you finish this, like, we're at the end. We're in the final segment. Go check out Vote Like the Vampire, Pass Gravy episode number 23. You can find it places. It's online. It's on the internet. All right. But I think we can agree that like vampires would just throw regular food. It would just be a regular food fight that also had vampires participating in it. Not just blood.
No, I think they're just throwing humans because we are their food.
I don't think that. Robert, what do you think? You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
It would just be food.
Yeah, it'd be food.
Oh.
It's way easier to throw food than humans.
They're super strong. Throwing a human for them is like throwing a piece of cake for us.
It just wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't be practical. It wouldn't be practical. All right. Our next one is from this is a combination. We did ask you guys to tell us to power rank things. We like to power rank stuff. We are the kings of power ranking things. We always do the best power rankings. Give us 5 similar things that we will power rank and use hashtag PTG answers at PassGravyPod. That's how we'll pick them. So, but keep the power rankings coming. I like those. We did tell people that we should do a power ranking of accents. So Raimundo Benavidez and Mikey Paul both combined and asked for that. So I'm going to use a little bit of both of what they asked. It's Raimundo Benavidez at Kmundo B and Mikey Paul at It's Just Mikey P on Twitter. They say power rank accents, and the 5 that they give us are Australian, Irish, Boston, Southern, and Cajun.
Ooh.
Pat, go first.
Oh God. Okay. I guess I'll go 5-1. And I guess I'm kind of combining them all into best, but also sexiest is somewhat going to come into this, but not all. I don't know. Let's just go. 5. Cajun. Nothing against it. Cajun. A lot of fun to do, man. Love a good Cajun accent. But yeah, Cajun 5. 4. I will go with Southern. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Something good about a Southern accent. Especially you get a sexy girl and fucking Daisy Dukes. She got a Southern accent. Yeah. Woo! Give me some of that.
But it's like the Cajun one too, where it's like when it's good, but it can also be real bad.
Yeah, like I can't picture a hot girl with a Cajun accent. You want to come down over here, eat my pussy? Yeah, it just doesn't work. Granted, I'm also doing it in a deep voice, so I don't know what
it wouldn't be that heavy. It wouldn't be that heavy of a Cajun accent, but yeah.
Could be.
Maybe.
3, I'll go Irish. I want to attempt it because I've done every other one, but I feel like every time I do an Irish accent, it just turns into something else. Not like nothing in particular. It just leaves Irish.
Oh yeah.
It's just. Proper 12. It's the first thing that popped in my head. It's fucking Conor McGregor. Give me your belt. The double champ apologizes.
Who the fuck is that guy?
It's hard to do.
It's the Conor.
The more you think about it, the more you think about an Irish accent, the harder it is to do. But God, it's so fucking good. And if you've ever heard a woman, like a woman with an Irish accent, oh, that's so goddamn sexy. Oh, so great. I think the sexiest accent of all time is Australian, men and women. Oh, like women everywhere listening. Close your eyes right now. Close your eyes. Now I want you to picture Chris Hemsworth whispering into your ear. Yeah, right? Is that not the sexiest goddamn thing of all time? Guys.
Got thick. Got a little thick
shit,
there.
I'm getting a little thick thinking about it. Now, guys, just picture Margot Robbie. That's Australian. You probably can't even picture her real voice, but when she speaks in it, it does things to me. It does things.
That's not a knife. Oh, that's a knife.
Robert, have you ever heard of an Australian kiss?
No, I have not.
It's like a French kiss, but down under.
What do you mean?
It's a pussy eating joke, Robert.
Oh,
Come on, man. I'm
That's good.
going to be
I like
the only,
that.
and I know I'm going to be alone on this, but Boston number one. It's such a ridiculous accent. It's so fucking stupid, and it's so dumb, and it's like harsh on the ears, but fucking smart pack.
Because that one.
I love it, and all my family's from there, so I understand. I have more of an like affinity towards it, but it's the dumbest goddamn accent of all time. Like I in my mind, it's been the same since Boston was established. So like in my head, it's Paul Revere be like, the fucking redcoats are a bunch of fucking pussies. Like it's Mark Wahlberg fighting the Revolutionary War. That's what it is. And in my mind, that's the fucking funniest thing I can think of. Hey, buddy.
All right, so you went.
You're coming to America trying to fight us. It's not a good idea.
So you went Australian.
Nope. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Australian, Boston.
No. Boston won.
Irish.
Australian too.
Boston, Australian, Irish, Southern Cajun. All right,
Yeah.
I'll go next. I had it 5. I had Boston. It's annoying. 4 Cajun.
It's
Cool, but sometimes you don't understand it. 3 Irish. It's kind of cool. It's always cool, right?
the Irish brogue is what it's called, which is just the coolest way to describe a way of speaking.
Number 2 is Southern. Southern can be really bad at times, but like that's always my go-to. Like, what the hell? Like that's always my go-to voice. So like,
what in tarnation?
Holy crap! What you telling me? That's always just my go. So like, I don't know. I'm used to that.
Hotter
so,
than
Southern.
2 rats fucking in a wool sock.
Smelling distance of a post office. Remember when you did that one? That was a good one.
I missed those.
And then the goat is the goat number 1 is Australian because that's not a knife. That's a knife right there. That's a fucking knife right. Crikey! That's a big one over there.
That crocodile's a beauty. What I'm gonna do is sneak up behind her and jam my thumb in her butthole.
She didn't like that much, did she, mate? But yeah, in Crocodile Dundee, Robert, if you haven't, like, one movie you have to see before you die, all-time classic, Crocodile Dundee. Tell me you've seen it.
I have not seen it. No.
It's so good, Robert. It's so good.
So good, dude. Hear me out. Like this guy, he's from Australia. They don't know what it's like over here. Comes all the way to America. Boy, oh boy, does hilarity ensue. Is he believe it or not, they do some things differently in Australia than they do over here in the States.
And it's not just Australia.
Paul Hogan's gonna find out about it.
He's from the outback, way out in the middle where nobody is.
Oh,
it's
he's
just
from
him
the outback.
and his friends that run, I don't know, a fucking bar. And a reporter comes to do a story on him. And she brings him back to New York City. And he's like, oh, I'm all crikey in New York. It's fucking great. It's so good.
Sounds like a
It's
trip.
not a knife. Yeah, so
Like,
that'll be what you need to watch.
We're making it sound stupid, but it's legitimately a great movie. Paul Hogan. Good man.
Paul Hogan. You gotta watch it. It's great. You're gonna love it.
I think Robert should have to attempt all of these accents as he says them.
You already did it for me. That
Yeah.
was
So
a good
Robert,
help.
It's true. You
You
can't
go
top
next.
the master.
All right, number 5, Boston.
on brand. Good.
Number 4, Cajun. Number 3, Southern. 2 Irish, 1 Australian.
Fuck yeah. Australian
Australia's
accent's
the best.
coolest.
Yeah.
It is the best. I couldn't rank it 1 though because I love Boston, but Australian is the best accent.
Agreed.
I'm not going to take
So
off
shout
my
out
glasses.
Australia. Well, say I'm sorry, I'm not taking off the glasses. That's great. That was great. All right. Moving on to next question. Great power rankings, guys. Thanks, Mikey, and thanks, Mundo. Love you guys. These are some email questions. Drew Alderman, I believe he's written in before, but Drew Alderman writes in and says, zooming past another driver in anger. Passive aggressive, passive aggressing.
I would slightly reword it. I get what he's trying to do. Keep it the exact same. Passive aggressive, passing aggression. I do this a lot.
Passing. You're showing passing aggression, but I think you're being passive aggressive, passing aggressive if you do pass them angrily.
Twice on the way to work today, I did the thing where you speed past them and lean forward and like sideways look at them so you can see how much of an asshole the other driver looks like. Stop driving like shit when there's water on the ground, guys. If it's pouring rain, be a little bit more cautious. But if the ground's just wet, your tires can handle it. Stop driving 15 miles an hour under in the fucking left lane on the highway or the left 2 lanes on the highway. If you're going to drive like a dick, you stay in the right-hand goddamn lane where you deserve to be, and you stay there. Oh, but they're driving slow. So are you, dickhead. If you can't go the speed limit, or just get off the fucking highway. Get off the fucking highway. Stay on the feeder. Oh, but I hit 15 lights. It makes my commute 30 minutes longer. You make mine 15 minutes longer because you can't drive on the fucking highway.
Yeah, the road, y'all.
But the ground is wet, and I don't understand how to handle it. Fucking learn!
Not everybody knows how to drive.
So frustrating. Driving is so easy. It's so easy. I don't understand how everyone's so bad at it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, actually, but I get you. But I would say that I like that. Zooming past somebody in anger. Passive aggressive, passive aggressing. Passing aggressive. Passive aggressive, passing aggressive. Right? Robert, what do you think?
I like passive aggressive, aggressive passing. Passive aggressive, aggressive passing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got to
That makes
double
the
up
most
the
sense,
aggressive in the
probably.
middle. That makes more sense to me. Passive aggressive, aggressive
But
passing.
it just sounds like it would be passing aggressive was what you would end up shortening it to. Like when you pass somebody angrily in traffic, you're passing aggressive, not passive aggressive.
No, but it's passive aggressive, aggressive passing. It would be nicer.
But usually
if
when
you, like it would be
when
a
I'm
better
aggressive
flow.
passing. But me
Our
look,
timing
yeah,
on
no,
each
it would.
Our timing
It
is
would
so
be,
bad
yeah,
right now.
There's a bit of a delay right now, I guess, but
That's
like
my
it would be
favorite part of the whole
the passive.
podcast.
Passive aggressive, passing aggressive would just be like what it would be because like I'm not passive at all when I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like when I look over, like that's being aggressive. So that's passing aggressive, not passive aggressive passing. I don't know. I like it. I like all of them. I like them all. Yes is my answer. Great question, Drew. It's one of those where it twists your brain up a little bit. And that was good. Our last one we got is from Amanda Starr, who emailed in, and she says, do you think that there's ever been a CEO or a CFO that has those same initials?
No,
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
it's not allowed.
There has to be.
Mm-mm. The closest
Charles?
the closest it's ever come is the president of Nintendo of America. His last name is Bowser. That's the closest it's ever come.
Well, that's not matching the initials, Robert.
That's what I'm saying.
You're trying to tell
Yeah.
me there's never been an Irish CEO named like Charles Edward O'Malley?
Mm-mm. It can't
That
happen.
actually makes sense.
It can't happen.
If you're Irish, you're not going to name it Charles because that's a British name and they fucking hate the royal family. Christopher Edward O'Malley.
No, successful people have
Chris
more than one middle name.
Frederick-
so it would never match up.
O'Houlihan.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any last names that start with O that are. Well, I know Ober.
Osgood.
We went to high school with
Osmond.
somebody who had the last name Osmond. There we go.
O'Brien.
Obert.
Donnie Osmond. Does he have any kids? They've got to own
Oblong.
some companies.
Orwell.
There's like a
Offerman?
Chris.
Offerman.
Fernando.
That's
Yeah. There's absolutely been one of those for sure.
Oscar's
There's
a
been-
last name too.
Yeah. No, I'm going to just say yes. There's definitely been a CEO or CFO that has had those.
For
exact
sure.
Is it wrong?
Come on,
Too many CFOs, too many CEOs.
It's just the Francis is definitely the name of somebody who's a CFO.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that's definitely a middle name.
Clark Francis Osgood.
Oh yeah, that fits so
That
well
sounds-
because it's not a CEO name, but that is the name of somebody who's high up in the company.
Yep. So, yes. Great question, Amanda. And with that, that was our answers questions. Don't forget, at PassYourPod, use the hashtag PTG answers. That's how we'll search for them. Or answers at PassYourPod.com. But I am at Alex J. Middleton on all socials. Pat is at not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Please give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever else you listen to podcasts. If you are listening, know that you can go watch us. I don't know what you're doing. If you're listening, go watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/@PassYourPodcast. Robert does all kinds of cool jokes and all kinds of cool little hand movements. It's more of an interactive show. It's like going, like they have the Sphere in Vegas. That costs a lot of money to go to. You would save a ton of money if you just watched Robert do all of his cool stuff while we're doing the podcast. So go check it out, Pass the Gravy Podcast on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to the million subscribers that we know we have. And then if you're watching us, go hit play on the actual podcast so we can get clicks on both. So if you're listening, go watch it on YouTube. Just hit play for a second or watch it on mute. I like it when I tell you to go sync up. Go sync up the phone audio to the YouTube audio. Try that. Like when you sync up the radio for baseball, sync it up, squad. You know what I'm saying? Use that it's Guycology right there. Figuring out how to get the most clicks for the boys. Guycology. The ladies can do it too. So go and show us. Show me a picture. I guess you can't take a picture of your phone if you have your phone, but take a picture of you also listening to it on the YouTube. You will be like watching and listening.
Have a friend take a picture.
Whatever it is. Have a friend do it. There we go. Do that and we'll retweet you. Love you guys. Y'all are the best. Go Giants. Go Packers. Fuck the Rangers. Yeah, go Astros.
Go Irish.
Go Astros.
Go Stros.
And you guys are the best. Love y'all. Please give us those reviews. Until we talk to y'all next time. Pass the gravy, you bitches.
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today.